making a break for it. We've been getting hit with 20 knot northeasterlies for the last 3 weeks, and there's no sign of it changing at the minute. So I've decided to make a break for it and head from Southwold to the River Deben. So it'll be 35 miles each way. So what I'm going to do is head out to sea and get some sail up and see what it's like. And if it's all good, I'm going to push on, and I'll probably get there about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight. But the thing is coming back tomorrow, my course will be sort of northeasterly, so I'll be sailing directly into the wind in about 20 knots of wind. So it's going to be exciting, but we'll see how we get on. But we're going to check it out. We can always turn back. It's always rough on that side, on the north side. So guys, I've spent the whole weekend messing about in boats, and actually been doing some sail training for the weekend, so I'm actually pretty boated out already. But I was doing my nutting about this northeasterly, and just really stopping any kind of coastal cruising taking place. Yeah, I could have nipped out for a short sail or whatever, but I actually want to, you know, get a bit of proper sea going sailing in. So the main thing for me is I want to get out in a little bit of tasty weather in July. I'm really hoping to do another trip across the North Sea to Holland or Ostend again, maybe. I have been there, it'd be nice to go somewhere different. So yeah, I need to get as much time in at sea as possible in some fairly decent weather, so I know that the boat is all good to cross the pond. So I'm out here today, and I've been going for about half an hour, 40 minutes, and I'm doing 4.1 knots at the minute, and we're still going into the ebb tide, and I was just getting settled in really. It's a bit rolly. The tiller pilot's making a hell of a noise just trying to work it, because we've got a quartering swell, and the wind is on the quarter as well, so that's not an ideal point of sail. But we are sailing, and we're not breaking any speed records, but we are sailing, and I'm feeling confident that I've made a good decision, and that I'm going to get into the River Deben tonight. Not quite sure how long that's going to take at the minute. When the tide turns, that's no doubt going to give me a couple of knots boost, so I should be up to 6-7 knots. I think the wind's dropped a bit as well. It was gusting 20, it might have dropped a little bit now. Come inside here just to get some boiling water on the go, and make myself a pot noodle. And it's quite calm outside now, which is quite nice, and we're doing 7.5 knots. So I've bought pretty much everything in here. Electrical stuff. That's all my food there. It's like gas. And behind me here, that's the emergency. It's a bit messy, but that's my emergency cubby hole. It's got some Lucky Charms here from my daughters. Keep an eye on that track there, don't want to get too close to the bank. And yeah, there's my my lifting keel, and you can see in there I've got a big hole in the bottom of the boat, as Libby keeps pointing out to me. He said that this boat is no good for doing long adventures on, especially crossing the Atlantic, as it's already got a hole in the bottom of the boat. That's the galley and the heads. We've got some waves out there. Oh yeah, no, we're boiling. Lovely. This is the best thing I've ever bought. There was an instance that a pot noodle was spilled in here. Oops, this is hard one-handed. The rest of this water can go down your kitchen sink. There we go. Oh, I need to get a gimbal for that. But they are about 100 and something pounds for a proper Jetboil gimbal. If you've got one, by the way, let me know. If you've got one, tell me how good it is, because I do want to buy one. Just check the temperature of that. Yeah, that's right. I do want to buy one, but I can't quite bring myself to do it. Cruising along at 8 knots. It's with the tide. Beautiful sunset, and we just got to get past this headland. That's that's Bordsey Manor in there somewhere, and just slightly to the left of the headland is where we're going to be heading in. Hopefully by the time the sun goes down. We've just heard a distress relay on the VHF. I haven't heard anything else, but a windsurfer in distress apparently. It's getting lower. Hopefully I'll be in and over the bar with River Deben exits by the time the sun goes down. So the sun's going down. I've got the starboard buoy directly in front, and then the port buoy is over there. So I've got the engine going. So I want to make sure that's up to temperature. I'm going to head down for that starboard buoy, and then I'm going to round it. Then I'm going to drop the sails between there and the port hand buoy. It's nice and flat. I say it's nice and flat, it's fucking... Well, I've just picked up the buoy, picked up the one right close in. That's the one I wanted really. Could have gone over there in the middle, but Oh, that was a bit nerve-wracking coming in there. It looked flat, but there was breaking waves coming from the side. Made it to the mooring in the entrance of the River Deben. I've got prime spot right close up to the beach. Literally I could swim that, which is an option. And there's some people on the beach over there having a little fire. And there's someone sitting in the car with a load of music. And the sun has long gone down. I got in just in time. There's Felixstowe Ferry over there and the sailing club. And yeah, that was quite an interesting sail actually. Right now I've got to lash the rudder up because that's weaving all over the place, and halyard is banging on the shrouds, so I'm going to go and sort that out. And then I get this real loud humming, like a really sinister humming noise in the gusts of wind, and I've worked that out that that's the top and lift, so I might slacken the top and lift and rest the boom on the deck. And then I'm going to double check my mooring where I've lashed onto the swinging mooring, because I can't even remember tying that on, so I better go and check that I did tie it on and did a proper job. Then I'm going to kick back and get in my sleeping bag and call it a night, because it is now 10 o'clock and I'm totally knackered and I'm totally boated out. Just to give you some perspective, that is basically the entrance. Which is nuts to think that the tide is just about covers that. Coffee run. This is the coffee run this morning. Yeah, good morning guys. Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning and got a lovely spot out here. And yeah, so I was below decks this morning and I heard someone shout my name, so I popped my head up and that was my friend James coming past. And as I'd forgotten to bring any coffee, I asked him if he had any, and he came past and threw me a container, but unfortunately I didn't catch it, so I ended up with a load of coffee all over the decks. So I managed to scrape a load up like a craving drug addict, trying to scoop up all the coffee off the decks. And then James picked up a boy and he came aboard, and he brought some nice smoked mackerel on board for breakfast, which was really nice. So I've been looking at the forecast today, and we're looking like 20 knot gusts from the northeast. The wind is due to increase up to 24 knot gusts. That will kick in at Orford Ness when I sort of turn the corner, so I will be really smashing into some sea, which means it's going to be wet. So that'll be basically the nose of the boat, because it's 20 foot in length. The nose, when it goes over one wave, that will just dunk the next wave, and as it rises, all the water will just come straight over the coach roof. I have done a 25 knot beat down this way before, and I've done a 20 knot beat back before, and it's spring tides, and I'm pretty boated out already. I'm just thinking that actually while I'm here, it'd be great to have a weekend with the kids on the River Deben, and they've got the swimming pool there as well at Woodbridge, which the children love, so I can do that. And I think that would be really good. So that's my plan at the moment. I'm still going to have to sail back to Southwold, and it's probably still going to be on the northeasterly, so I think I'll just pick that up a little bit later on and make the most of the time while I'm here. I'm going to have a lovely trip up to Woodbridge this morning. I'll take a few shots of that, and then maybe we'll rejoin for the sail back to Southwold. There's a yacht going out there of the entrance. quite a few boats heading out today, but they're all heading south, so they'll all have the wind and the tide on their stern, which is sensible. Not very sensible sailing back against the wind, and it doesn't actually look too rough out there at the minute. There's a bit of white stuff, but it'll still be choppy. But the trouble is, that looks alright now because it's flooding. But as soon as the tide turns and starts ebbing, that is going to whip up a bit of a chop. Just gone past the Ram's Holt Arms, and going to head up to Woodbridge for the week, which will be quite nice. Spend the weekend on board with the kids. Oh, I'm in a race with a trimaran. I don't know if they know it. I'm definitely in a race with them. As we get around the corner, I reckon we're going to get some decent wind coming down here. So they've just got in front of me of there's Waldron Field there, and that's the first time I've been through the cut through. I wasn't going to, I sort of bore away and was going to go all the way around where the moorings are down there, but this boat in front, they were going through it, and I thought I'll go and follow them. And I've also got 10.9 volts in the battery, so that is another thing. Imagine if I'd have set off today in all that sea and had bloody battery failure. So I wouldn't have been able to use any of my electronic systems, so chances are I probably would have been hand sailing all the way back, which would have been crap. So dodged a bullet there. And I think the wind has really picked up now as well. It's just about to get messy out at sea when that tide turns. That trimaran's up there somewhere. They just beat me. Well, they beat me by quite a bit actually. I had to put an extra tack in, so I didn't dare run aground again. I'm now arriving at Woodbridge, and straight ahead of me there is where I'm going to pick up a buoy, and yeah, that's where the boat's going to stay for the next 4 days. It's coming up to slack water now. My battery's dead, so I've had to turn everything off. Oh look, there's James in the distance, in the centre of the shot. Still there, that's my taxi off. So it's a good job he's still there, otherwise I'll be won't be getting off. And it's a drying mooring as well, so he could be stuck on here for a few hours. I better give the boatyard a call and see which buoy he wants me to go on. She's a sweet boat. She's a very sweet boat. Making me feel a bit worn out watching you do that.
Yes. I was not expecting that from you.
Well, a sucky comment.
Yeah.
What?
What? Me?
Me? No. Got good technique. How many years have you been rowing for? It's going to be like an interview. When was the first time you rowed a boat?
6.
Where were you?
Ireland.
Ireland?
Yes.
Was that on a tidal river?
No, a lake.
Was it? Did you enjoy it?
I've always enjoyed it.
Do you find it therapeutic, or do you like the exercising element?
Both.
What about?
I'd say though, this tide and wind is interesting.
You're going to be careful the old rowing club don't see you, mate. They'll be trying to recruit you.